my gosh. For the second day in a row, I am running games here on Myth Brigade Live on the internet. On AOL. Spent an afternoon deep in conversations with ChatGPT 4. And I was like, hey, Chat. I call him Chat short. Let's assume you got a player that's just off the fucking rails crazy, sassy. To the point where blowing up federal agents, throwing people's cell phones across the... And it was like, oh, you mean Byron? And I'm like, oh, you know him too. Anyway, welcome, guys. It's Tuesday. We're here to play Savageworlds Adventure Edition, a homebrew superhero campaign, if you can call it that. Super something. Go around the horn and say hi. Eric was on time today for the most part, but he joined with quite a creepy revelation. We won't ask him to say it again.
I might anyway.
So just please don't. Let's start there. Eric, how are you doing, man?
I'm doing good.
Okay, well, that was good. What else? You're doing good? Do you mean you're doing good deeds or you're doing well? What do you mean?
All of the above.
Okay.
Nope. Things are going pretty well at the home front and at work. And I got one kid that's about to leave for college. I got to put up with him over the summer, but
I mean, you don't. You could just lock the door, change the lock
over the summer. Well, I could, but you know that then he would be homeless because he doesn't have a place to live if he can't come home. So, and I got another kid that's rocking it in school, and you know we thought he was going to fail his algebra end of whatever they call it, end of term or end of course or whatever that the state requires, and he passed that, so he's doing good. So yeah,
nice. That's the Olympian. You didn't mention that.
Yes, that is the Olympic hopeful.
I'm saying Olympian.
He does Junior Olympics for now.
Same thing.
Like a big thing.
But he's hoping to be in like the 2032 Olympics.
He's 9 feet tall.
30, yeah.
By then, he'll be like 27 feet tall. He'll be disqualified because he could just step over the pool.
Well, that is true. It's funny to see him try to do his swimming in our pool because, you know, it's not a full-size pool.
Just one stroke and he's the other side.
But yes. He jumps in the pool and he's like halfway across the pool already. He takes one stroke and he's at the end.
Nice. That's the story of my life. One stroke and it's the end.
Ta-ching. Like one stroke and I'm done. That sounds kind of familiar.
Nice. Well, we're glad you're here for a few strokes at least. Moving down the Brady Bunch. Let's go on. Thorg. Garrett, what's going on, man? You feeling all right? You feeling better?
Yeah, I'm getting there.
Yeah.
I'm not running any races anytime soon. I am not an Olympic hopeful. A, I'm too old, and B, I'm broken.
Nice. Well, we're glad you're here. Any fun stories to share with the class?
Oh, so you liked my teeth?
Yeah. Is this? Are you practicing for our next Deadlands?
I did a Boy Scout leadership thing for adults, and they put you into different lodges, and I happened to get the Beaver one, the Beaver Lodge or the Beaver Troop. So of course we got in trouble more than once.
Yeah, sounds like is that what your name on Zoom was, Beaver Smash earlier?
Yeah, because we had a team meetings, not a Zoom meeting before our last camp. So yeah,
nice.
So it was good times.
Good. We're glad you're here. I'm going to try to kill you today. James.
I am the squishiest one here. So
James,
what's up?
How are you doing?
Pretty good, Harry. How are things?
Man, they're great.
You excited to kill us?
Yeah, I am. I thought we were going to finish our horror short series, but we literally stopped right at the end. It's going to be like a 15-minute thing, but this has been a good week for gaming for me, so I'm excited.
So it's more horror long at this point?
Yeah, it's almost as long as the episode 0 of one of our other campaigns. Yeah, in total.
Yeah.
But one-shots and long-form roleplay don't work, so whatever. Nice. Well, we're glad you're here, James. Thanks for your help in fleshing out that scenario. I'm pretty excited about that. I think I've recruited some people to play it. Tyler, how you doing?
What's happening? I'm doing really well. I bought a car. I'm down like 120 pounds now.
Nice.
I'm doing really good.
Excellent. Congratulations on all fronts.
Yep.
So for those who don't know, I'm going to be publishing a link to my 50th birthday cruise. It's a Royal Caribbean cruise. We're going to put it out there on the internet at the last minute, just in case any of you kooky folks might actually jump on the boat. Going to Nassau for the weekend. Drink a lot of alcohol, maybe play some games, misbehave. So watch for the link in our bio on Instagram, where you can go and get a group rate. And if you book, I'll give you a Myth Brigade T-shirt so we can.
Yeah, why is this the first we're hearing about this?
Because it's the first I was ready to talk about it because we just settled on the date. So this is good. First part. What is it? September something?
6th.
6th. Yeah. Okay. What are we here for? We got to talk to Byron. Byron,
What's up?
what's going
How
on?
are you? Not much, man. We're working on a big project at shop. We've moved all of our retail space from our second side. So we have about 5,500 square feet. So
Oh, wow.
moved all our retail from the second side to the first side, and we're converted over to a 24-hour gaming club. So you'll be able to access it like Anytime Fitness and stuff. So that was a big project we've been working on for the last week since we've been back from ChaosiumCon. Working on bits and pieces of it, putting up new slot wall, all kinds of stuff. Playing games. Got 2 surprise visits from Chantel Kapustik and Brent Adams last week. And that was kind of awesome. Ran some Call of Cthulhu from the guys that we talked about from ChaosiumCon, Sons of Singularity.
Yeah, exactly.
Yep, they got an awesome Kickstarter going on right now. Check out the Myth Brigade Facebook page for a link. And you too can join their stuff. It's pretty good. I can't say more positive stuff. I guess I can just keep saying positive stuff about it.
You could.
But I like it. I like it.
Yeah, especially if there's a
Our
T-shirt in it for us or something,
Yeah, the artwork for Sinister Scenes, first adventure, Saints and Sinners, is complete this weekend. And we will have that. I'll get to show that off. I showed some people in our vampire stream, our vampire messenger. But excited to share that with the world and, get this thing actually done.
That's exciting.
Ready to go.
Good.
Pretty happy about it. Edwin Malavy did a just phenomenal job on our artwork.
That's outstanding. I can't wait to see it in print. And by the way, those of you out there on stream, if any of you are or know of some really good cartographers that work for cheap, I need help. There are a lot of them out there, but not many of them are affordable, turns out. All right. So here we are. How long has it been? I think it's been since March.
Since March.
Jeez,
March.
long time. You guys all remember your characters and all that good stuff?
Yeah, I got a pretty good idea about mine.
Awesome. So let's do this. Sorry, my voice is scratchy. I've been talking all day long. So, as you recall, you were there on this sort of docking platform, trying to have some sort of diplomatic, or at least briefly attempting to have some diplomatic relationship with these serpentine aliens, which of course validates a lot of things that Gundy has believed over the years and reaffirms that the reptilians are taking over in his mind and all this.
Aluminum foil is a good choice.
Everything turned to shit, though, and violence ensued. You wind up mopping up an entire mob of these creatures, gaining the attention of the fleet that was hovering around in this orbital landing platform. And when last we left off, you had decided that it was time to leave. So at the press of a button, after dialing in the next set of coordinates, is there any discussion there, guys, just to suck us right back into it, right? Is there any discussion as to where you're going, or do you just dial and pray?
Well, if they went here first, then hopefully they went somewhere back on Earth. So we might be able to get a lead before that. So we'll go to the one before this.
Everybody agree with that?
Kind of idea.
punching some numbers before they blow us to hell.
Yeah,
Yeah.
nobody. This wasn't like a conversation we're gonna stop and have. I'm doing this as I'm talking.
So-
like,
Wasn't
I
I
have
the one
no reason
punching
to
the numbers
suggest an alternative, so I'm fine with whatever.
in? I don't
Reality
remember which one of us was the one that punched in the numbers, but
reality lurches as you engage this teleporter wired into the armored vehicle affectionately known as Stacy. The developing scene, an alien armada closing in on the landing berth you occupied only moments ago, is replaced first by darkness, then by a torrent of nauseating light. Ripples, waves, swirls. Feels like you're just on the just like hellish roller coaster that just won't stop. Wherever you were, true. Wherever you were, your interaction with the reptilian species was far from smooth. What are they doing on that orbital complex? How are they connected to Ignatius Vial? You'll likely never know, because most of them are dead. Your head spin as you're catapulted from the vortex suddenly after only seconds in this maddening, nauseating swirl. It's dark, save for Stacy's headlights, which shine across an expansive cavern. The lights look kind of like dusty lances as the dust stirred up by your sudden appearance is just kind of hovering in their glow. There's an indicator light on the dash, Mike. It's an amber, and it's flashing an angry amber. It's not one you've seen before.
Well, that's new.
What does it mean?
Good question, man.
You have no idea.
I've not seen it before. If I had seen it before, I might know what it is. But
well,
this is
I
the
would
first
assume
time
it
I've
has
seen
something to do with us putting a teleportation system in the car. Probably overwhelming.
Oh,
Give me a smarts check, Mike.
Stacy can handle it.
Let's have that first roll of the game,
Smarts.
shall we?
First
yeah,
roll.
smarts.
You got an 8?
Wow,
Everything looks so different.
yeah,
so
no,
weird,
it
yeah.
does look
Yeah,
different.
what
I'm
do
not
you
a
think?
fan, man. Like the layout's different, isn't
It's
it?
so small too. I'm old.
Oh, okay. Well,
Don't
give
like
us
the new
feedback.
one.
Yeah, me neither. Okay. So, yeah. So you're looking at, and you kind of tap it, and you're getting close to it, and you realize it's not a trouble light. It's a warning light. Radiation.
Ew. So who's got a Geiger counter?
I left mine in my other suit.
I mean, you got mutated into a dog from a human. I think you can handle it, right? If you go out there, you're gonna turn into like a lizard.
I wasn't mutated.
Look, I ain't seen your human body, so I don't believe it exists.
Okay.
So there's radiation outside.
I mean, if the car can tell there's radiation, it might be able to read it. So is there like a button you can press or something? I don't know. You actually know all the functions of this fucking car?
Stacy, how much radiation's outside?
Approximately. Go fuck yourself. I'm out. Figure it out.
Should
Yes,
you all
you-
be concerned about the radiation being in here, or is Station
Yes.
shielded?
Your
You-
cell phones talk to you. I can't believe my car doesn't.
Well,
I think she's being shy right now.
You glance at the heads up display, and it occurs to you that in order to process these things, it needs to be connected to the network, which you are definitely nowhere near, and it's also completely under the sway of Dr. Ignatius Vial's AI.
I wouldn't violate her like that.
So I would give you, Tyler. I think you could probably just make a smarts check to look into that, or like a science roll if you wanted to understand how to.
I'll give you smarts. I roll a 1. Unbelievable. The wild die.
Will Blockstrong be able to do a science check?
Yeah, sure.
I'm gonna spend a penny. I'm He rolled a 1 too.
Oh, wow. I don't like this new macro either.
So you guys are discussing this, and you're arguing over the menu structure. And Rocket kind of swats your hands away, blocks with his one robot arm, and then seizes the control with the other. And yeah, you find the sub menu, and it looks pretty gross out there. You're shielded while you're in the vehicle, it would seem. But you're being warned that you will. This is considered a low radiation environment, but nonetheless, it will make you sick.
Well, Donovan can go, right? Does radiation affect you? You're a ghost.
I have no idea.
You got Tin Can Man in a biosuit.
What do you do?
He can't even hear us in that
Do you
thing.
want to check it out, or do you want to try to zap to the next place? I feel like we should at least try to look around.
Can we see anything from where we are?
Can we just drive forward?
Yeah.
Notice check.
Notice.
Yeah, let's actually look around,
So I'm going to assume, so Mordred, no.
Oh my God.
Yeah, so I'm going to assume, whilst Blocks and Rocket are doing their thing, right? The rest of you are looking around. That's fair, because you guys kind of were preoccupied there for a moment. So Spectral Avenger notices a couple of things. First, there looks to be some infrastructure, maybe metal, some sort of piping against the cavern wall, but the way the lights are shining, it's causing shadows to be cast over there, so you can't get a good view. There also seems to be a means of egress from this giant cavern, and from what you can tell, it seems to have some more structured metal bracing.
I point that out, particularly the exit and the piping.
Okay.
There's some pipes over there if we can shine the headlights, and if we need a way out, it looks like there's an opening over there.
So I assume Stacy, given her design, she's got that sort of searchlight.
Hover.
Yeah, you can
Like
hover.
us
She's
just
got that
hover and
little
turn.
handheld or hand-controlled searchlight from inside. Sort
It's
of thing.
got the deer spot.
Yeah, I got the cop spot.
If the car can tell us that there's radiation, can it tell us where it's coming from?
No. It is more it's an ambient situation. It's not like hey, there's radiation
It's
right
more
there.
like it's not safe to get out of the car situation.
Yeah, that's correct.
I still think you can, but like the rest of us should.
Well, I mean, Tin Can Man probably okay too.
As soon as the
Yeah, I'll
doors
be
open,
fine.
we'll all be exposed, so it really won't matter at that point.
But that's why I said nobody else but the ghost should go out.
Well, except that you got to open the door, which would expose the cat.
Expose us all anyway. That's what I'm saying.
Do you have to
Now, I
open the
can
door for
close
the
off
ghost?
the driver's seat and the passenger from the back, and then y'all can.
Yeah, you use jettison the back. Yeah, what a great idea. Let's wait till we're in space next time, and you can do that.
You know
Since
what? I
we
just
have
realized
the car-
I don't like dogs.
Since we have the car, why don't we drive around?
Yeah.
Is there much space to even move in here?
Not really.
I can just do a circle.
You could, yeah, you could definitely.
360 just spiral on a on a
you could
center
hover.
axis.
You could hover.
Well, the coordinates we got from the RV, right?
Yeah.
Isn't this from the list of coordinates from the RV?
Mm-hmm.
So
Man,
the
it's
RV
like-
had to be there.
It's like
So
somebody.
the
did
RV
Yeah,
is
yeah.
bigger than space.
Yeah.
So
It's
how
big.
would it have fit here?
It's big enough that you can move around and hover. It is not big enough to drive around. It's not like a parking lot. It's more like a very large, say, landing bay. It's a very large circular cavern. All in all, if you could probably fit 2 Stacys in here. So you can do 3-point turns around if you want, or you can raise up and hover and look around. Like you can move the vehicle, but you're not. There's nowhere to go if that makes sense. At least not that you can see.
Look, I mean,
Yeah.
But we can shine a light on the pipes and see if we can make out anything on the pipes,
Absolutely. Yep.
or exit the cavern.
Yeah, we'll check out the pipes and infrastructure and stuff.
Okay. So you Gundy, give me a driving roll. Just
no problemo. I picked up something for this too.
you do like some flips and stuff. So you hear Stacy's.
I took ace.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
So you hear Stacy's hover engine engage, and she lifts back up off the floor. You see the lights, kind of spraying or spilling across the cavern. Oh, nice. Okay. Yeah. So you spin around. This makes it a lot easier to see with the lights trained on the wall, and of course there is some dust and stuff that makes it a little bit hard to see, kind of like a bad fog. So the infrastructure is obviously.
The network in Beijing, all but the team broken.
Eric.
Are you talking to some Chinese spam caller? What the fuck are you doing, dude?
Sorry, no, that was a
somebody from
emergency, so I
Beijing.
had to check and see what it was.
It was Beijing, sir.
The Beijing office is down, but
It's China.
it's probably either a
They're
power
done.
outage or an internet outage. Usually that's the case.
Have me just take over.
Yeah. So you see the infrastructure along the wall. It's not clear what it's for 100%. There's some piping, some sort of exhaust piping. You also notice now that you're kind of up and pitched forward a little bit in this hover, that there's a good amount of grating around where you had landed. You're still not clear on how you would have gotten in here from this angle. But thanks to your ace pilot, as you kind of, move around, you realize that there are two very large blast door type things above, probably a good 3-4 stories up. So it's kind of like a silo. So the RV probably landed here, or whatever it did.
This is a nuclear silo.
Yeah.
These doors are closed. The other thing you notice, Ace, is on the array of makeshift LEDs. And when I say makeshift, it's literally like Radio Shack LEDs attached to wires, to indicate different things. As you have an amber light flashing, indicating that there may not be, that you may not have a stable teleportation system.
That could be a problem.
The radiation interfering with the electronics. Science people.
I don't necessarily think that because, there was radiation in space anyway. But we were enclosed.
We were enclosed. Well, we can go up.
Might as well go up and see where we're
Might
at.
as well go up.
That's true.
All aboard the elevator.
So you go up. Mind you, blast doors closed. How high do you go up? And what are you looking for exactly?
You said that the blast doors are about 3-4 stories up.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Does Stacy have a garage door up in her?
It's
She's got a
it's a
bottle
blast
opener.
door, Genie.
Hit your home link button.
So you raise up and you're shining your lights around and whatnot, and in this, whatever this place is, there's clearly not like a tower there that looks out here. You don't see any windows looking into the silo. There's not a whole lot of lights, and the thing is just this big door mechanism. And then there's obviously one major means of egress out of here, which leads somewhere. You have no way of knowing. But that would imply that you would be stepping out into this radiation situation.
So it's not a means of egress we can take the car through.
No, it is not. It's probably about a little narrower than, let's call it probably about, 10, 15 feet wide. You might be able to squish the vehicle in there, but if there were any turns or whatever, you would be at risk of getting stuck.
If we get stuck, we can teleport or try.
Yeah.
I didn't say it was a good idea.
I don't necessarily want to try to teleport if we don't feel we have a stable system, because we could just end up, in a bad transporter accident. Like half of us end up making
would be-
there, and half of us
I
doesn't.
don't want to be the fly. All
It
right?
would be this.
I hate to break this to you, but we don't know that we're on Earth, so we might need to teleport again.
It's true.
Well,
Or we might need to.
Let's
I mean,
get
I
out
have
of
a
the
feeling the
missile
only way
silo.
we're going to be able to is to either exit the missile silo or exit the car and try to figure out what's going on. I don't
Is
think
there
if
any-
inside the vehicle we're going to be able to
You
figure it
you can get so much lifetime radiation, so I mean, if we can get a good reading on it, we can like determine if we can get any more throughout our life.
He's all like you're talking to a Welsh corgi that's like, I'll get irradiated, guys. Let's go.
Well, we
So-
got.
out. I think
we got
I'm
Mr.
the
Undead
youngest.
Ghost.
I'm the youngest, and Mordred is clearly the oldest. So since he has less time left on his docket, he is
I'm just saying, like, Donovan can just like ghost through the car and like just go check it out for a second. Like, this,
I mean, does radiation harm ghosts? I don't know if we have that kind of information.
Well, we'll find out.
he has the
I
best
mean,
chance out of all
Didn't
of
they
us.
use radioactive streams in Ghostbusters to capture the ghost?
Oh,
so
my
I
Lord.
mean, I don't know.
And you're okay with this.
It's purely theoretical whether you think radiation affects the spirit or like.
Set it down and I'll go take a look.
I mean, would
But if
Mordred's
you go,
armor-
we all get radiated. If he goes, none of us but him, nobody but him has the.
I know.
Mordred, have you?
He's
ever
like,
used
I know,
your
fuckers.
armor-
I don't care. I'm getting out.
Have you ever used your
Oops.
armor in like water or anything like that over the last 400 years you've been alive?
It's not watertight, no.
Cool. It's not watertight. That means it's not going to keep radiation out either.
I didn't think it would. I didn't care.
Well, I know you might not care.
Is there anything written anywhere on the walls or any panels or the pipes or something?
Are you looking for runes, bro? What are you?
Somebody
if there's
said
something
we
written in
might not
English,
be
it'd
on
be a good
Earth.
sign.
Yes, if there's anything written and
Dude, it looks like a nuclear silo.
So,
and it's a
from
language we understand, it would help us pinpoint where we are.
the
Maybe
distance
not
that you
to
are,
any degree of accuracy.
from the distance that you are hovering around in here, you think there might be some writing next to the door, but really you're gonna just have to get out to go see what it is. It's
all right, screw it.
it could.
Yeah,
You guys get in the back.
Keep in mind we're all the way up here at the top. When
Well,
we
we'll
go
go
back
down.
down
All
to
right.
the bottom.
Yeah. Well,
Yeah.
All right. Going down.
Yeah, no, let's all step out at the fourth story.
Nah, don't everybody get out at once. Who's going out?
All right, so you're all gonna pile out into this radioactive
Well,
environment.
Once
Is
we
that it?
open the door, we're all exposed. We might as
Whoever's
All right. So
hold on. Whoever's not going out, get up in the front. We'll close it off, and whoever's getting out will be in the back. We'll open the back
Everybody's
door.
going.
So I'm gonna go ahead
Why?
and use my special talent to scavenge and have a useful item, and I am gonna have a
Iodine tablets.
iodine tablet. So I'm gonna get that. Let's just get that out of the way. I was trying not to burn it, but I think this is a good opportunity to at least do that.
I'm pretty sure I can regenerate through it.
Yeah, I don't know that the ghost can take tablets. Can you?
No.
You have to
I
make
don't
yourself-
think the ghost is
No.
going to have a problem.
I mean,
Just give me a half. I'm small.
do we have a suppository? Like,
Everything's a suppository if you try hard enough.
that's true. You push with enough force, they can.
I really like the way you said that with your beaver teeth.
while I'm driving Stacy down a tube. She's in a shaft right now.
We're just gonna crack Stacy open and get out. Because once we open the door, we're all exposed anyway.
Well, that's
Right,
right.
at that point, we should just all
we
get
can
out.
separate between the cab and the back.
To what end? We're just gonna get out anyway.
I mean, let's be honest. If one of us dies, the other ones aren't going to make it anyway.
I think.
So let's all die together. Plus, I don't want to pick up the pieces if we're all not together anymore. I would be left to try
So-
to pick up those.
So, guys, the camera, right, was
All
watching
right.
you kind of hover up and spin around and looking and seeing all this stuff, and now you're just kind of hovering there, just sort of like arguing in this
We're going
weird
down.
cavern.
Back to the ground.
So you come back down. You're sitting there. It's that
We got to
like
find a door to get to an access panel or a control panel someplace. We got to open the silo door.
Can we see any sort of panel at all or anything like that?
From here in the car? No.
Well,
I mean, there's this tunnel type thing. There could be a big door on the other side of that, for all you know, with all kinds of writing and controls and stuff. But from where you are right now, you're aware of this huge door above you, and then there's some infrastructure, which probably is mostly electrical or some such thing, conduit type, big piping for conduit.
And what amounts to a big hallway.
Yeah.
And Stacy won't fit down the hallway.
No. You could squeeze her in, but again, I mean, it's a cavern, so it's very likely
they
that
probably
you
just landed their thing here, got out. Walked. They just don't care about radiation because they're mutants already.
you're just look again. This is coming from the fucking Welsh corgi.
Technically, we're all mutants here, I think. Except
Or
for
they
Dennis.
came prepared with proper
Technically,
gear.
I'm just a Welsh corgi, but
I mean, I'm pretty sure I'll be okay.
with the spirit, with the brain, it's complicated.
As long as I can get out of there before I die, I think I'll be all right.
Yeah, I should be able to outrun it, so we should be fine.
Outrun radiation. I like that. Fuck the sun.
Yeah. Woo! So I think I think that to explain Blox's sudden revelation that she has iodine tablets is she's kind of digging around underneath the seat. And Byron, I think you can hear us still. And in your bug out bag, Gundy, there's like
got
this.
plenty back there.
Yeah, there's like a cellophane packet with all kinds of weird shit in there. And
Eat
yeah,
that.
yeah. So okay, so you have some iodine tablets. You've got a ghost. You've got a knight that was just happy to hop out and go walking on in and probably chop up everyone here too.
If that's what we have to do.
I got something for this. All right, let's go.
You pop a Bud Light. Okay, so you all jump out. Is that the plan? Is that the
Yeah.
thought?
I guess so.
I
Okay.
got better taste than that.
Yeah. So let's have vigor rolls, please, as you open the door to the vehicle. All of you.
Ooh, I'll die.
Oh, this is not going to be good.
Mm-mm.
Oh, thank God.
Woo. Okay.
So
You got
as an
it.
incorporeal
This is literally my absolute worst.
You too.
stat.
as an incorporeal being, I am immune to energy. Do I need a vigor roll?
No.
I don't know that as my character. So
So would you?
That's why I didn't
Your
volunteer
character
that.
also wouldn't realize that they were making a vigor roll, would they? So it's okay.
no, I'm just saying I wouldn't have known that to choose to voluntarily leave the vehicle earlier.
Yeah,
that's all
that's
I'm
fair.
saying.
Yeah, that's fair.
I haven't
Um,
Thanks for
tested all
being
my
a
limits.
pal.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I was
so
just
you guys
merely
all step out,
hypothesizing.
and you know, seeing this indicator, opening the doors, radiation kind of flooding in. You would almost like the mortal in you, right, is like expecting something much more grandiose, but you feel relatively okay as you step
I
out.
saw Chernobyl.
Yeah, you just start throwing up everywhere.
As long as we hurry up, we should be fine. We're gonna.
I'm pretty sure I've
Those-
lived
those
through a
guys on the
nuclear attack
roof.
before.
Says the dog that runs Mach 3.
Unimportant.
So
I'm
what do
gonna
you
hurry
do?
up and scamper down the hall.
Yeah, what do you do?
Yep.
You you just blast ahead and leave the rest of them
I
behind?
don't
or no?
blast ahead, but
Okay.
I start moving. Yeah.
So your first obstacle comes after a couple of twists and turns. It is uneven, but the floor here, it's as if someone sort of tried to smooth it out pretty well. Give me a notice check as you head down the hallway.
Is the hallway still made of this cavern?
Yes.
Can I try to make a science roll to figure out what kind of rock it's made out of?
You sure can.
1004.
So I'm looking at other notice 6, 8. God, I miss the old UI a lot. It was a lot
Yeah.
easier to read. So high roll, notice 8. Red rocket. So you're moving along, and the first thing that you notice, it's your nose mostly. You smell that familiar smell. Remember the smell of those crystals? It's like really strong right here in front of you, and you're kind of looking around, and you're close enough to the ground that you can make out the dust of that crystal, that ever powerful crystal. Blocks, you're looking at the wall. It's a really odd stone. Something that you might have seen, and as you look a little closer, there's a lot of metallic content here and a lot of crystalline content, and you might be crazy, but it almost seems like something you'd expect to see in like a massive asteroid. Some of the scientific papers that you've seen in terms of the content of those from various probes that have landed on them and mined them in recent years.
I think this might be where they're mining the crystals from.
Would make sense.
The dust is like that crystalline.
Yeah, this rock seems to be made of something strange. Also, it's definitely not an earthly.
Does
mineral.
walking around feel weird? Like not Earth-like gravity? Less?
I'm
more?
gonna try to jump. I'm gonna like hop.
Dog can't jump.
Yeah. So
Not corgis. You ever seen a corgi jump?
it's a little easier than you would expect. And
Holy shit!
Taking account also, a couple of you have dog hearing. So Gundy and Rocket both would hear this almost constant sort of. It's very, very low. It's kind of generator. You don't know what. If you're trying to jump, it's actually you're going to be able to almost double. So let's call it 1.75 times your usual jump distance.
Oh, whoa! I can actually get off the ground, fuckers.
You're like
Yeah.
Without getting on the
What's
couch.
1.7 times 0? Quick.
Hey,
So we're still not
well,
in
if we have to
Kansas.
fight anything, Mordred,
We
this
need
Well, it's
to
definitely
find the
not
controls.
Kansas.
We need to get the doors open so we can get Stacy out of here, or we're stuck on this rock, whatever the hell it is.
So I hate to break this to you, but if we're on an asteroid or something, those doors might open to space. And we won't have to worry about saving the world at that point because we'll all be dead. Because we're not Princess Leia. We won't be using the Force to go between ships.
Well, except for the ghost. I mean,
He may be dead too. You don't know.
well, he's already dead.
well, if it
He may
opened
be
the
dead then.
space, it wouldn't be a door. Like they wouldn't do that. Like that'd be stupid.
Why not?
Why would they-
Why would that be stupid?
Docking chamber.
Yeah, that leads to. There's nothing else here but this other doorway.
Can I point out that if we want to leave, we can always leave the same way we got here?
Maybe we have an unstable connection. No guarantee that will just kill us immediately.
At that point,
We would find out though.
I'd be one quarter corgi. I'd just shoot myself.
I'm glad your comparison is death by teleportation or death by opening door.
so
No,
you're
I'm saying the big door up top. Might
That's not the
open
door
to
we're gonna
space.
open.
I'm just presenting the ideas. So that's what science is about. It's about
That wasn't even a thought.
Just
That
wandering
wasn't
down the
even a
hallway
good
and this argument's taking place.
How about I go sit and Stacy, and you guys tell me when the door's open?
Do I really have to explain the scientific method to you?
Kinda.
so. Yeah, you okay? So are you walking as you're having this conversation, or
Yes,
did you stop in the
absolutely,
hallway? Okay.
No.
Yeah, not
So you-
paying any fucking attention where I'm going either.
Yeah, you're kind of back and forth, and you notice you come to a very large door, and it's kind of oddly
Thanks.
shaped.
You're not so bad yourself.
I told you, Stacy.
Yes, Stacy just came back. That was really weird. All right.
What's that?
Whoa.
OpenAI got props, but I'm like, I don't know. Okay, so you come to this door, and it's the shape of the door frame itself is kind of this bizarre fluid. Instead of having more rigid edges, like it kind of, it's just sort of curves, and it's almost, I don't know, more like a membrane-looking thing as you approach.
We're gonna look for some sort of control panel.
You look around. So there is, in fact, this control surface. Where you would expect one to be, at roughly a little taller maybe than you might want it to be, honestly.
I'll see if my hand will fit through the membrane.
Of the door or
Yeah, of the door.
Okay. How so? You're gonna punch it? You're gonna push through?
I'm not gonna punch it because if it's solid, it'll fucking hurt. But
Yeah.
but I'll yeah, I'll just try to stick my hand in it. Just
Yeah. So you push, and it does give, and it's kind of like it's like this weird, and the whole surface just sort of kind of shudders, and it's almost like as you push, these vein patterns appear in it, like you would if you kind of pushed on your skin kind of hard. Yeah, it would leave that kind of mark. Rocket, you notice that there is in fact this control panel, and as Blocks does that, it sort of almost seems to wriggle a little bit.
I hate to tell you guys this, but either one of you is going to have to do the control panel, or one of you is going to have to hold me.
Do it with your nose. Boop.
so my hand won't penetrate it though.
It's very rubbery. It's doesn't leave any kind of residue, but it's sort of cold and clammy to the touch. And it does give, but you sense that it's very resilient.
Okay. I'll put my hand on the control panel and see if I can figure out how to activate it.
Okay. Give me a science check. Let's use that. So you put your hand on this thing, and as you do so, the sort of surface envelops your hand briefly, and it's almost as if you can commune with this thing, and it's this sense of what is your intent. I just need a spirit check and make sure you get your point across.
Is anybody concerned that the wall's trying to eat Blocks?
And just then, this thing parts almost like that slime that you had as a kid when you kind of had it in a sheet and you just pull it apart. Let me change the map.
Uh-oh.
Standing on the other side, having obviously been alerted by whatever it was that you don't mind the mislaying the map, is about a 9.5 foot tall robotic horror that looks.
Just stay in the fucking car, you sons of bitches.
No, I don't want to.
We all get out. We're doing this together.
Can I show you this without showing you a character sheet?
I tried to get the ghost to do it, but
no, I don't want to show you the character sheet. Roll 20, you fail. So you can see it, I guess, if you zoom in, right?
Zoom in or zoom out?
Well, I guess in your case, zoom out. It would reload.
Zoom out, then
load
zoom
up,
back in, so you can
It's a
find it.
big map, and this thing's a small section all the way on the right.
Yeah. Oh dear. I have two different views. Word only this small. Okay. So
there
we go.
Get it on the screen.
And how tall is it?
Right about 9 feet. It's hovering about a foot
9
off
feet.
the ground. So
Okay.
all in total about 10 feet. It is there. It's got these its eyes are just flaring with this sort of purple light. It makes this kind of noise.
Hey, buddy. Hey, everybody.
It says, and then it attacks. Blocks was the first through the door.
Anybody know binary?
It will attempt to shoot
So
Blocks.
I didn't go through the door. I just stuck my hand in it. I said my thing was to open the door.
Okay, so if you're off to the side, who would have been right behind Blocks?
I'll go in.
Okay, so Mordred will get shot. That's fine. Mordred's like, it's okay. Nothing can hurt me.
Mordred's the tank.
I broke the rules for this type of game in Savage Worlds.
Z-tier superhero, by the way.
Okay, so it will hit you. Basically, raising one of its arms, there's this sudden, just like this searing hot lance of plasma fires forward. And why can't I? That's weird. supposed to roll damage too, but it didn't. So I'm going to have to do this. There we go.
Plasma lance. That sounds good.
Yeah. All right. So 17. I don't think that beats your toughness. Is that correct, or does it, Mordred?
No.
No. So what it does do, though, is it slings you back all the way, like straight back, a huge burning hole in your, or let's call it a dent in your armor. I'm going to assume you fly directly through Dead Jim, or Spectral Avenger, as it were, and you will have to get up because of the knockback. It will make its second attack at blocks, moving forward and swinging this kind of spiked. It looks kind of like a maul on the end of it. Hang on, where's my fighting check? What's your parry?
6.
Ooh, okay. Be successful. And why doesn't it roll the damage?
Because it didn't do any.
Ooh, okay. So it'll be 22 damage as it just kind of plants you into the wall. What's your toughness?
Yeah, not that. 8.
8. So it'll be 2 rows. So you will take 2 wounds and be shaken, but you can make a soak roll if you would like by spending a Benny.
You can spend a Benny.
Absolutely.
So the way soak rolls work, just to remind you, basically, is you hit the button. If you get a raise, you will actually.
Where is this soak roll?
It's down at the bottom underneath the skills.
Yep. So each success will reduce the number of wounds. Whoa, sorry. Okay. So yeah, you basically are just kind of planted into the wall as this thing just with all of this unholy strength just and parts of the wall fall away as they would when you are a superhero. And then it will actually take 1 step forward. And why am I trying to control it from this? It's saying something to you in this strange dialect that you do not recognize. And we're going to start a turn order for the moment. This will be Rocket, because you were right up there by the door.
Yep.
And
don't forget the conversational within minutes for my language thing. I know it's going to be a sec because we're going to fight this, but
that's going to be really hard.
Yeah.
That's going to be super hard with it attacking you. Yeah.
I am going to, or is it my turn? Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm just going to reach up and start grabbing at those loose wires that
Okay.
I has and just start fucking ripping stuff out.
Okay. Give me a fighting check. Let's see if you can get a hold of something interesting. And then you'll have an opposed strength check.
I took some skill in this. I got a 4 now.
Ooh, okay. So its parry is no. So you're gonna that's actually dead on. So you'll get it. So you reach up and grab, but you're gonna need to oppose the strength check here.
That's gonna be a tough one.
Yeah, this is true. Here we go.
I got a raise. I beat it.
I'm gonna spend a Benny. I'm gonna spend a GM Benny. Well, let's just see. No, man.
No, you fucker.
Here it goes.
No. But I got a raise, so I still beat it.
Yep. Hate your face. Okay, yeah. So you reach up and pick a number between 1 and 6, Tyler.
4.
Okay. So you pull loose something that appears to control that plasma lance.
Yeah.
And as you do so, there's sort of like this sound. And there's this kind of low, like sound as it reacts to that. What else? You have more actions.
Yeah, I'm gonna try to. I'm gonna like scurry underneath of it to try to get to like the other side.
Okay.
and I'm gonna whirlwind to try to like buffer it between the like cave.
So I think you're going to provoke an attack if you try. It is occupying pretty much the doorway. So if you try
that's
to,
okay. It can try to attack me. I'm cool with that.
okay, okay. I mean, this is where I start to roll poorly anyway. And
No, you're gonna absolutely destroy me. I know it, but
all the bad guys lose.
I have it coming, you know.
What's your parry?
Absolutely not. 14.
Oh, wow. Okay, so you're there, and this thing just punches straight downward with that gnarly glob of spikes, and it digs a hole right in the ground where you were, just kind of. But
you gotta be quicker than that.
Nice. Okay, so you scoot behind him. What else?
And then I'm gonna whirlwind to try to like buffet him against since he's flying.
Yep.
I'm gonna disrupt his wind pattern.
Okay. Yeah, I'll let you spin him around maybe. But he's not. Yeah, it's not. It's
I'm
like
not
an energy
him,
thing.
No. Yeah.
Strength roll. What is it? To resist.
Yeah.
Okay.
Where is it? Yeah, strength roll. Yeah, he's fine.
So you spin him just a little, like kind of he veers a little.
He suffers a -2
to his.
Until I stop.
Okay. Okay. So -2 to all actions, right?
Yes.
Okay.
He doesn't get thrown, but
Unless he wants to read, I don't think it's -2 for that.
I don't think if he tries to read, he can.
Yeah, he can read if he wants. You leave him alone.
Yeah.
Okay, so you'll be behind him. Can you control your token, by the way?
I can't. I tried.
Well, shit. Let's fix it. Represents character. Wow, there's a lot in here.
You can just throw me over there.
There you go. You should have. There you go. Okay. So up next is Spectral Avenger. What are you doing?
Don't have a whole lot to use against robots, though. The two glowing things on the front of it kind of look like they might be eyes. Does that seem to track with how it's interacting with us?
Give me a smarts check.
15 on the wild die.
Yeah. So, yes, indeed. So, as you noticed, as it was about to swing, those little, they're like little kind of pipes that stick out, right? But they just kind of zzz, to aim. So they function in a way similar to eyes, you would assume.
But the thing's 9 feet tall.
Correct.
I'm gonna try just for kicks to jump at it and swipe at its eyes with the intention of sliming them.
That's gross. Okay. Okay. So you're gonna run up on it. You're gonna make a fighting check,
which I don't usually do.
Yeah, ghosts don't do a lot of that. Spectral.
15 on the wild die again.
So yeah. So you move up, and I'm gonna assume if you do damage up to half its toughness, that you can block, because it's got a wide head, so you could get one eye. Right, I'm trying to figure out how I would assess the amount of slime you secrete. We never figured that out. We should probably.
No, we didn't.
Yeah. So go ahead and give me an unarmed damage roll. So let's do strength +2 for you.
Make it extra juicy.
And you should be able to move yourself as well, Eric.
Figure out his SPS is slime per swipe.
Nice.
There's strength +2.
Yeah, so you now it's up to you if you want to spend a penny. You can reroll damage.
Sure.
Okay. Probably
Am I
smart.
doing this right? How did I roll a 0?
Don't know. You got to try pretty hard to do that. It looked like it rolled 1d4 +0 is what it looks like. But I don't know.
I'll just do it this way.
Let's have it.
So +2 would be 4.
Okay. So you swat at it, and you do in fact get slime all over it, but you don't actually block out its eyes or anything like that. It's not as effective as you'd hoped, because when you swat at it, you kind of go into it, and it is in motion. So you leave some slime in maybe one of its cooling fans, and it'll make a really annoying noise and maybe get decommissioned later. That's about what you got. What else? You've got some room to move if you need to.
I'm going to kind of stay in its face and make myself a target. Since mostly what it's got to hit with is its big giant fist, and that won't do anything to me.
Yep, fair. And make yourself corporeal. Is that what you're doing?
No, I'm going to stay incorporeal and distract the heck out of it.
Okay, got it.
I'm visible, but I'm incorporeal.
Yep. Okay.
So I'm trying to be a
give us some
distraction,
turns.
basically.
Add turns. Hello. Something's going on with Roll20 tonight. So let's come back to. There we go. Actually, we're going to get some initiative going now that I fixed that.
I don't get nothing. All right, I see how it is.
Oh, I'm sorry, Gundy. Hang on.
No,
It's like a whole
Are
bunch
you
of
not on the
zeros.
map? I was going by what was on the map. I'm sorry. I don't see you on the map.
Son of a bitch.
Oh, there you are. Out there in the dark, looking all forlorn. What do you do while I'm setting up initiative? What do you do? Sorry, Garrett.
What are the how many paces are these squares?
It's basically
5 foot.
basically like your 1 inch. So that's your pace would be however many of those squares.
Okay. I got a good one.
Oh, good.
We'll do it.
I'm gonna do. It's gonna be a ranged attack. I'm going to projectile vomit acid all over the front of it.
Gross.
That's the decay.
Okay.
Decay power with ranged attack.
So range attacks, you're going to need a shooting roll for that.
Mm-hmm.
Which just want to let you know, if you have any kind of critical failure with something like that, you could acid splash your buddies.
Sorry.
You've got like the worst GERD ever. You're just sitting there like, ugh. Yeah. So what's your vomiting skill? Your shooting skill?
My shoot is D12 plus.
Yeah. So, but no. What the hell am I saying? Yeah, you.
How much damage does your acid vomit do?
So every round that it's on it, it starts to destroy 10 pounds of matter. The first round, if it's got extremely thick clothing or up to +1 armor, it absorbs it absorbs a wound the first time the character is hit with it.
Okay.
+2 armor or more absorbs 2. After that, the clothing and armor is effectively ruined.
Okay. So you just basically splorf all over this thing. What's the vomit look like? Is it just bile, just like gnarly?
It's like green.
Look
It's
like
kind
a
of the
boomer from Left
it's
4
like-
Dead.
yeah. That's more. Well, I was gonna say it's more like Guinness.
so the camera sees this, beautiful
Like black
mullet,
bile.
and you've got probably have your PBR or whatever it is, your Bud Light in your hand, and you just all over this thing. Give me a damage roll, please. He's got some pretty gnarly armor.
Well, dead.
I don't know what the damage wouldn't. It doesn't have a damage on it.
Reread the
says-
damage to me. What does it say?
It says each full round that it's in contact with the substance, it
Okay.
destroys 10 pounds of matter.
Oh, got it. All right. So
If it's got +1 armor or more, it absorbs. So if it's +1, it absorbs 1 wound. So it doesn't take that wound that round. And then the second round, it starts to take wounds after the. Here, I'll do this.
nice. Thank you for that. Wow. Okay. So you splatter this stuff all over it. It is very heavily armored, but it's still just kind of running all into like the cracks and crevices, and immediately starts to steam, and this horrible acrid smell is emanating.
Well, there you go.
There we go.
Victims must make a vigor roll or suffer a wound.
There you go.
That is after quite a lot of armor, though.
Well, yes.
Yeah.
Yep. So we'll get there sometime later.
I'll just keep puking on it until stuff starts falling off.
Okay. So we are now in initiative rounds. So I've gotten some initiative cards on the table. I don't see any jokers, but we start with Red Rocket because of the initiative order. Red Rocket, what do you do?
tried fucking with it and that didn't really do much. I'm going to go try to grab some more wires. That seemed to work really well.
Okay. Yeah, superhero strength helps, right? Give me that attack roll.
If I had any, sir.
Give me that attack roll.
I will in a second after I figure out how to roll an attack roll again. I won't do that. Fighting. So we got 5.
Yeah, so you come in, you jump on the back of it, and you're grabbing at what you think might be a something that's kind of sensitive. It's not really wires. It doesn't have just wires hanging willy-nilly, but it looks really neat. And so you're grabbing at it and jerk it, but you just don't really gain any purchase. So it's hovering there. You're grappling with it, but not in a way that's going to restrict its movement.
Yeah, no, I weigh like 30 pounds at most.
Yeah. Yeah, absolutely. It is aware of you seemingly,
That's a fat corgi.
Yeah.
Well, I have my arm.
Yeah. That's so funny. A morbidly obese corgi, just like. Okay.
Who runs at Mach 3? Yeah.
So yeah, exactly. So you better look out. What are you gonna do? So I know you got a bunch of actions. So.
I'm just gonna try to keep fucking with it.
Okay. With it moving around, I'll give you one more shot to find a good thing, something interesting.
An 8.
Okay, that's better. So you find what would appear to be some kind of hatch on its back, and you were kind of right next to it, but you find a spot where your robot arm can reach down in there, and so with this action, you could actually, with an opposed strength check, you will be able to rip that hatch off. You will not be able to do anything further with it, though.
Oh, that's okay.
And it's gonna.
We're gonna give it a shot.
Come on.
I just need you to roll bad, Jason.
I'm trying.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know.
No.
So yeah, you pull at it and it's buckling outward, and this thing's just like. So you're hanging on its back. Unless you want to move or whatever, we'll move on.
No, I'll hang out there for a turn. This seems exciting.
Okay. So let me see. Spectral Avenger, give me a persuasion check, please. You're trying to really get this thing's attention. Let's see if you do, because otherwise he's going to try to finish off the weak, perceived weak person in the party. Wild Eye, yeah, okay. So it doesn't have any emotions per se, but it's kind of raised, and you're there. How are you distracting it? How are you getting its attention?
Basically, act like I'm going to attack it in some way. If I notice that the wiring that Rocket is going after seems to be an issue, then I might act as if I'm going to
You would
join
not notice
Rocket
that.
in that. Okay, then
It's behind it. Or Rocket's behind it.
okay, then yeah, I just act menacing towards it.
Give me a one-liner. What do you say to it? What's the hook line that gets his attention?
Well, since I'm trying to blind it, I think I would say something like "Get slimed, robot,"
Yeah, get slime. And okay, so it's kind of
because I don't really care. I just want to get its attention.
moving on. It's got its
And I'll
arm
jump
up
at
like
its
this,
face again.
and it swats directly through you with a mighty blow. I don't really need a roll, but it just kind of knocks a huge chunk of stone out of the wall, drifting over a little closer and bringing Rocket with it. So drifting, well, I guess it's going to snap to it, isn't it? So kind of over here, Rocket's sort of on its back. You do successfully distract it from blocks, and then it raises its plasma weapon, apparently not aware that it's broken, and you see it sort of aim, and then one of the eyes is like, zzz, like looks down at it like, uh-oh, this isn't working as I expected for my second attack, at which point I think it's going to stand its ground. Mordred, you're up.
Get up and charge and jump at it, take advantage of the lower gravity here.
Okay. Do you run straight through Spectral Avenger?
Yes.
You do? Gross. So it's there like blah, 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 and you just kind of come splashing through it with
I think it's a different kind of Eskimo, bro.
Give me your attack roll, please.
Do wild attack too. I'm angry.
That sounds fun.
Oh, that doesn't look
Yeah, so you are gonna hit it as it comes in, not expecting to see you kind of emerge from the spectral avenger.
I like the fact that
like
Mordred pulls out his lightsaber and just cuts through it.
But I think from unseen places in your helmet, the windshield wipers are like. Roll for damage, please. Yeah. So you slam this thing into the wall, but its armor absorbs most of the damage. It is absolutely shaken for the moment, and I'm not going to spend any of my precious bennies to change that. But you don't cut it in half like you would expect, and you feel the power of the sword running through you, or it might be a back
Excalibur
spasm.
or whatever.
Yeah.
Back spasm.
Yeah, it could be a back spasm. You never know. He's getting older.
Is it big enough that I can hold on to it and just rodeo ride it and try to stab it more?
No, I mean it's kind of large. You've basically run up and hacked it. If you wanted to grapple with it, you could. If you have additional actions, you could make a grappling attack, and then you could hang on to it.
I'll just go with the one hit.
Okay, so you just kablam and kind of dent it in. Maybe its eye flickers a little bit. Like you hurt it, but not that much. We are now tasting blood, like which is rarity, blocks. You're kind of like whoa, and like, tell me what is it? What does the camera see when you sit up from that pile of rock?
So see her like, are those like railway cars or something like there?
Yep.
Okay, so they see her just kind of crawl on her back, just kind of push her way behind one of the railway cars, and then the camera has to readjust, and they see her reach into her backpack and pull out a set of Hogwarts Magic Castle Legos, and she just kind of puts her hand in the box and starts to heal damage.
Nice.
Because I have the special ability, so if I come in contact with Legos, I can heal damage.
That's
That's
outstanding.
That's why I bought them at the Bullseye before we left.
Yes, and it's a limited edition collector's series.
Yeah.
How many wounds do you get back?
So I have to make a vigor roll, and if I succeed, then I get 1. If I get a critical, then I get
So it's just
2.
like a soak roll. Okay, got it.
Yeah.
Let's have it.
Please let this work. I don't know if I'm having problems with Roll20. It's just not like the roll dice today and stuff. Why is that opening? There we go.
Ooh, Wild Die gave you a raise. Look at that.
Yeah.
Okay.
So is that considered a critical? I was trying to look at the rule book. I don't know how you look. What's considered a critical for a roll?
Basically, yeah. A raise is an above average success. You could get multiple raises. So for healing.
Yep. So with a critical, that's going to give me 2 wounds. So I'm completely healed.
Excellent, and I'll let you have shaken back as well. So that you're there. Do you have any extra actions, or is that your?
Nope.
Okay, so you're back there like just kind of panting after having the sense knocked out of you. Got it, Mr. Avenger. You're up.
Well, I will make another swipe at its eyes. Anything to give it a disadvantage.
Okay. Fair enough. Let's have that same roll.
And make it consider that I might be a threat until it. Nope.
Ooh. So it's moving about. You gonna let that stand? You gonna use a Benny?
I'm not going to use the Benny for this. I'm not
So
doing much
I just
to
picture
it.
you're kind of just like slapping it and just like painting its face.
Like if I miss, I'm
There's
a distraction.
There's an air vent on the side of its head. You kind of slap it, and there's like this bubble of ectoplasm because of the air trying to escape from the ventilation. Any movement, any further action?
Nope. I want to stay in its face.
Okay.
I'll stay out of Donovan's way, or not Donovan, Mordred's way. But no, I still want to be a nuisance to it.
Okay, fair enough. Rocket.
So I know I have a hold of this like panel.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna just keep yanking at that for my first action.
Okay, easy enough. So, whoa, there you go.
Oh,
Yeah, so you rip it and like kind of bend it back, like you pull it loose from the clips that hold it on and bend it off to the side. And
I want to keep a hold of that, and I want to start like bashing on its fucking thrusters.
you see an array. Oh wow, okay. So its thrusters are underneath this little like repulsor field generator things are on its feet. You're up on its shoulders. But what you do see is kind of right behind its neck, like at the base of its neck, is this array of these crystals set into somewhat familiar circuitry because you're familiar with the interfaces that these things use. And they're flashing all kind of weird.
I'm going to try to disconnect them. Either that's just by ripping them out, or like if I can like target the wires.
You tell me there are more sockets. So you could smash them. You could try to pull them out one by one. You don't know. You never tried that.
I'll just try to smash them.
Okay.
I'll just try, and it's not like break them. Just try to like knock them out of the socket.
Yeah, just kind of like chipping at them or something like you're digging. Okay, got it. So let's use a fighting roll for that. It's kind of an improvised weapon.
Here's 6.
Yeah. So I'm thinking it's parry as trump because it's the middle stuff. You're on the back of it. So yeah, absolutely. It's not like it can really fully defend itself, and you got kind of a weak spot. So you're chipping at it with this thing. Give me a damage roll of strength +2.
So this +2. 5.
5. Yeah. So you're chipping, and you chip one loose. And basically, as you're on this thing, it kind of goes and dips to the side as the repulsor control on its right side just kind of dips down
Well, that was kind of
to
the goal
nothing.
anyway, but
Why in the hell? Because you're way back there. Gundy's not in there. I need to add him in. What else? Rocket. I'm gonna pick up Gundy next before the bad guy goes.
Yeah, I'll just keep fucking with it. That's fine for now. I'm
Okay.
good.
So you're on the back. You kind of boom. It's now.
Yeah, just fucking with the crystals.
It's going to
and
have a
shit
hard
like
time moving. I'm going to say it's going to act at -1 because its lack of calibration. Gundy, you're up next. What do you do? So it takes his armor down 1 point. Is that for this round?
So no, the +1. If it had armor +1, then it absorbs the wound that it would normally take. And if it has 2 armor, it absorbs 2 wounds. So I'm just saying it didn't take any wounds because its armor was high.
Mm-hmm.
But after that, the clothing or armor is effectively ruined in that area.
No matter the value of that armor?
That's all it says.
Okay. Why not?
I mean, it does. No, I'm saying because it's so big. Maybe it's just the area.
Yeah, well, yeah, it's just where you hit it
instead
for
of the whole
sure.
thing.
Absolutely. So you're there, and there's this sort of steaming hole, and I'm assuming with it floating and whatnot, it's kind of right in its chest, which is all the machinations where it is able to kind of move its thrusters around, that sort of thing.
I'm going to move,
Okay.
and then I'm going to put up a wall. Use the biological control and put up a wall between myself, Block's girl, and that thing. So at least she's not, because I don't know if she's healing. I don't know if she can.
Yeah,
do
she's
that.
just, as far as you know, she's flat out behind. Yeah,
Yep.
on the other side of the mining cart.
So I'm getting by the cart and I'm putting up a wall, and I'm just looking to see what the strength of it and stuff is. Yeah, unless he's going to hit it this turn, but I'll get it to you when it comes up.
Yeah, that's fine. So you're gonna summon up this wall, which uses biologic material that's appropriate. So it's basically like this mass of incredibly compacted worms of some kind. These very strange lamprey-looking worms that just kind of come out of nowhere and
Fleas coming off the dog.
Yes.
Absolutely not. My hair is immaculate.
Yes. Exactly. Exactly. Okay. So bad guy's turn. Bad guy at this point is going to fire its thrusters on full, and basically, well, its thruster, and sort of try to impact Rocket with the ceiling. So Rocket, I'm going to need, I think, an athletics check.
Absolutely.
As it, with its move, it's going straight up.
I'm like, woo! Does it roll out?
Yeah, you're like, woo! And then you're like, as it slams into the ceiling. And I don't think that's a lot of damage, but it could ace. It could. Who knows? Let's say.
I don't have any Mordred toughness, but I'm pretty good.
Yeah, no, it just kind of knocks the wind out of you, even briefly. Maybe it just makes you fart or something. It's not that bad, but it just. And then
Don't
as
squeeze
it's
the dog.
I probably pee a little bit.
yeah, so as it's going to come in and attack, not realizing, of course, that you are a ghost. It's coming straight. Well, let me think. Mordred, Spectral Avenger, roll a d6. High roll gets attacked. Because you are both right there, and Mordred just gave it the business. Yeah, okay, so it's going to attack the ghost. Because you're still there going...
Neither one of them wanted to attack. Look how low those rolls are.
Let's see. Just for the sake of it. I mean, I like, Okay. So it comes down. I don't even know what your parry is. It doesn't matter, but it comes down right. 5, yeah. So it's just right where your head would be. And again, swinging straight through you with this big spiked mallet limb, just like, again, cracking the ground. It is now prone. Rocket's on its back. Mordred, you're right there. Let's get some new initiative. I guess I have to do this over here. Gonna deal it. Hey, it worked that time. That's nice. Okay, Spectral Avenger, you are up first in this initiative round. What do you do?
I keep making myself a nuisance. Keep making my presence known. Get in its face, yelling incoherently.
Give me that snotty roll.
Oh, what was that fighting?
Yeah.
3.
Benny or no?
No.
No. So literally, you're being a general nuisance. So it doesn't even notice you at this point. It's prone, and you're kind of there, waving your arms about, and kind of making ghostly noises, and maybe you're making it cold or something. Blocks.
Is there any tools or anything laying in the this rail car or anything?
No, not in the rail car. Give me an idea what you might be looking for.
Chain, crowbar, something like that.
No.
Chain specifically, probably more than anything. Okay.
Mm-mm.
Is it on the ground, in front of these cars?
Yes, it is right where. Yeah, right where you see it. It came down basically all the way to the ground.
She'd see a giant wall of mucus.
Oh, that's true. You look up. Yeah, you look over the car. You're kind of looking in there, and then you look and just see this disgusting wall of mucus, and Gundy's
I
there.
like to think that's exactly how he's standing.
Yeah.
I guess I can't see shit. So.
Holy fuck! You're awake.
That thing hits like a fucking truck. It's not really a whole lot I could do. I'm going to shape change into a gorilla.
Nice. Okay. So you
Where's it at?
On the other side of the wall.
Yeah, you can hear the kind of slobbery sound of all the this biological material.
The sloshing of the.
Well, I love the snot hymen you threw up there, but can we see what's going on?
I love the snot hymen.
Break the snot hymen.
That's a great name for a band.
Release the gorilla.
That's a great name for a metal band. Okay, so Blocks, what do you do? So you turn into a gorilla?
I just turned into a gorilla. I can't see anything, so I don't know what to. I don't know what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna wait till I can hopefully see through this snot wall.
Okay, so you're there. That works.
I don't picture she's extremely happy to go back out there and get blasted the fuck.
Yeah, perhaps not.
They only had 2 Lego sets on discount, so.
Okay. That brings us to the bad guy this round. Hits the ground, is processing that I haven't done any damage here. Sees Mordred in front and is going to actually take a swipe at him, I think. Let's see. Maybe. What's your parry? Ooh.
Not that high.
Yay! First time in this campaign I've hit Mordred in a way that mattered. Okay. I don't think it'll.
With the raise, it's probably not going to feel great.
Yeah, so that's bonus damage. Oh. 11. What's your toughness? I'm going to reroll damage with a Benny. What the hell? Session's almost over.
Do less. Come on, do less.
I hope. Still not enough.
15.
It wouldn't even hurt me.
Yeah, so yet again, though.
I was actually rooting for you this time.
You're there?
Just to see him bleed once.
And it basically, yeah, exactly. It basically knocks you backward, though, Mordred, into the snot wall, just because of the sheer force of the blow. It doesn't, you absorb the damage, no problem. You wind up basically landing more or less in the mining cart, kind of sprawled out, and it rolls backward very slowly into the snot wall, or snot hymen, or whatever you called it. It again tries to fire its cannon, and it's almost as if it realizes, oh dear, I have a system failure. Oh, nice. Mr. What? Somebody's coming in looking to promote us. What? How much does that cost? That'd be cool. Somebody eat him up. Red Rocket is next in the initiative.
All right, I'm going to keep fucking bashing these crystals.
Okay. Attack roll, please.
So you want some tech? Oh, I can give you some science.
No, attack.
Sure.
Attack roll.
Bad.
Attack.
A 6.
Please
Okay.
don't make a tech roll.
Yeah. So you're in there. Give me that damage roll. Let's see. Strength +2 with this improvised.
4.
Not
Not the wild die. I know.
All right.
And I'll attack again. I got 3 actions, so I'm just going to attack it a bunch.
Okay.
Fucking with these crystals.
So
5.
You're like between attacks. You're just knocking these things out, trying to.
Yeah.
And you see basically this the shoulder panel opens, and this rack basically spins out with these things that look surprisingly like missiles aimed toward Mordred and the cart and the snot wall. Just as you're just like, and it drops. Its eyes are still glowing, but it seems unable to move.
You know, if we repair it, we can keep it. I really like the plasma lance.
What do you do?
I gotta stop for a second and just settle down.
Okay.
Those things start to like die down as it's not moving.
What do the rest of you do? Mordred?
Get up.
Okay.
And if it's not doing anything, just stand over it.
Do you end it, or do you just stand there and stare at it?
I might be able to make use of it.
I'm ready to end it, but I'm waiting to see what happens.
Okay. So it's there. It's you don't notice anything other than, I mean, there's some smoke coming up from various wounds and things. There's the smell of the acid. The acid is actually kind of leaked down into the hole now and is kind of burning up that area. So, I mean, the only thing you can tell is it is not moving. It doesn't seem to be able to move.
Is it still like talking in a sense?
No.
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 That club looks like it fucking hurt.
The plasma lance did. I can assure you.
What do you do? Here at the front door.
I guess we'll end it. There's no.
Yeah, because I don't think we could take it with us anyway. I don't think we fit Stacy.
Not gonna fit.
The only thing I'm interested in is the
Just strap it to the
plasma
roof.
lance.
Strap it to the roof and teleport back with it.
I mean, we could.
It's like a deer on the hood or
There's a deer on the hood of
That's exactly what it is.
I like that as an idea.
Well, So we don't know what's going on there. Then I see her up, and then
Well, it's got this really thick purple armor, so we
Shit.
might be able to strap that to Stacy and armor up Stacy some more.
Scare her.
So what do you do?
Well,
Your voices carry a bit. So on the other side of this, you had really no time to even think about it. Are some tunnels. So more of this rock. As you look closely, it's as if perhaps the tunnels themselves were melted away rather than dug out. They tend to be kind of smooth. The lights that you see here are these hovering globes. Some kind of strange phosphorescent biological material. Not unlike something Gundy might poop out as a weapon.
I've not pooped anything out at anything yet.
Rocket, the smell of that crystal is very strong.
My wall, it will turn into a construct instead.
A construct of?
construct.
Looks like a Nurgle greater demon. A small one, but
So give me a dog-eared people. Give me a notice check, please.
15, sir.
Yeah. Gundy? All right, so I'm going to assume Rocket hears it. You hear this sort of... coming from both the north and the south, although the south path is much fainter. The other one, the one to the north.
We're kind of wait here for a second. I just want to listen and see if I can start to make it out, you know.
Okay. Oh,
getting
yeah.
closer.
Yeah, fluent within minutes. Conversational in minutes. Fluent within hours.
You're having a really hard time with this one. It's obviously some kind of machine code.
My
And
near chant.
you feel like probably it's some kind of alert. And it does seem to repeat itself. So it's probably saying the same thing over and over again. Somewhere in your dog imagination, you think something like, hey, somebody's at the ring. Like, you know.
Yeah, it's just repeating intruder, basically. Okay.
What do you do?
We'll head to the south.
Okay.
Wherever we go, we better do it fast.
Yep.
Just trying to be stealthy, trying to be loud about it.
I think we're being more like Scooby Doo and just running.
Yeah.
Just run.
We're just doing a Scooby Doo.
Not just running, but yeah, we're just kind of going south. We're not really like stealthing. There's not like a point in us doing that. We just fought that thing. We're yelling in the tunnels and shit. No.
If anything, the element of surprise is already gone.
Yeah, it sadly is very much so gone.
So now we're time on target. Or
Yes.
TOT, you know, we got to go.
My other little guy. Okay, there they are. Sorry, I gotta.
Does that thing look like it has any kind of antenna or something like that that would be like a network connection?
The tech is pretty foreign to you. I'm gonna say. I'll give you a science check if you get a raise. I'll let you sort out how it works, but otherwise,
Can I assist with that?
um,
Since I got a little bit of crystal knowledge, we've kind of been working on it for a while.
well, given that you're halfway down the hallway, I'm gonna say,
okay.
right? Because you did say you went down the hallway.
Yeah, you're right. You're right.
And you had been going down the hallway. So this is like an afterthought where Blocks is like, wait a minute.
So it took into account wounds, but I don't have any now.
But your
So-
wild eye did give
It
you
would-
a raise.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I mean, it took into account wounds there, and it wouldn't show me how to get rid of those before. It wasn't showing me wounds. So I don't know what the number is.
On
You know what I mean?
your character sheet?
Where's it at? Yeah,
up top.
where's wounds at?
It's up.
Upper right.
Yeah.
There's nothing on the upper right of my character sheet.
There's like
It
the
says wounds.
if you have
It's
the
on a half
pinnacles.
pages on the button middle. Say distracted, vulnerable, stunned.
Yeah, I see that, but it doesn't actually
Right
show me
below
like
that
a
is-
number.
Yeah,
You know
it's
what I
cut
mean?
off. It's cut off because the size of your screen.
Oh, okay.
So you should have none though right now.
Yeah, I know. That's what I'm saying. I was trying to add the wounds to my character sheet earlier, and it wouldn't show me that I was adding them, but when I just rolled it, it just showed them. Does that make sense?
Yeah, yeah.
So it must have been in there. Let's see if it still got 3 wounds. I don't know why.
So if you, so you'll have wounds. It should say 0, and then have the /3.
Mine doesn't give me any numbers at all. It just gives me an up or down like clicker. That's it. Doesn't show me anything.
Interesting. Okay, so we'll ignore that for now and figure it out later. But you got a raise. So you didn't see any external antenna, and it occurs to you that this thing is meant to fight. Probably that would not be right out there in the open.
Right.
You probably under that carapace, if there is kind of like a wireless connection per se.
Still didn't get rid of them, but whatever.
Yeah, that's
Okay. Yeah, I'll try to see if I can pry that panel off.
Okay. So do you? The rest of you guys, you double back then? I'm assuming, right? Because you had moved down the hallway.
No, we'll just keep going.
Okay. So you're like, hey,
Just forget that.
maybe on the way out.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I just stay here with her and.
No, we'll just go. We'll just go.
You guys all head to the south, correct? Or no?
Yeah, I'll follow.
Gundy?
Car. Sons of bitches.
All right, so you're all heading down. So as you are moving down, you hear Rocket, being that you're kind of trotting along in the front, you hear kind of this like sound, and there's some flashes of light from around this corner. It's actually a little further down. I'll make it a little harder to see. There's a reflection of light that kind of plays across these two. Come on, roll 20, reveal some areas for me. These two, you can see them, yeah?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So, looking like completely emaciated aliens, right? So, like grays. Again, Gundy, you see them with your own eyes. They're there. They're wielding these small, very slender pick instruments. And as they basically sizzle away the rock, looking for bits of this crystal, they don't seem to notice you as you approach. You're kind of a distance away, but keep in mind the light and the shadows and all of that. What do you do? I'm assuming you don't just trot right up on them, right?
No. But I'll I'm gonna like sneak up to the corner now.
Stealth.
Wild, I think.
Nice. Okay. Yeah. So you sneak up. You kind of fold your arms in,
I'm
and
gonna kind of like whisper to him, like, "Hey."
Okay.
I think they could be. They could
You're like,
be
"Hey, bro."
slaves, or we're gonna fight them. Either they're slaves and they're being forced to do this, or we're gonna kill them anyway.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because you always kill them anyway.
Yeah.
Let me see if I can.
Did I notice the change in Rocket's disposition, or did I just keep walking behind him?
I would assume you would have stopped and you would have noticed that he was being sneaky for sure. There's no way you could miss that because he had kind of tucked in and was like slinking up. Are you clomping behind him?
No, I would have gone half pace and just been a little bit back from him.
Okay. The rest of you?
Yeah, if we're hanging back, we'll hang back.
Okay. So, Rocket, you say, hey. So, this one across the way here is just in mid, like, some kind of sonic weapon, and it really hurts your ears. Food for thought later. The one here to the south, I keep pinging on the other view like you're going to see it, actually stops and was like kind of examining the pick as if maybe it's malfunctioning, and stops and looks and is just startled. and it basically turns and aims this sort of sonic pick at you. At the dog, not Gundy. Gundy, you're way back there. You don't even see this, you guys. So it's literally Rocket in this thing. What do you do, Rocket? When you
I kind of like put up my arm. And like
your robot arm? Or do you like a dog thing where you're just kind of like trying to...
I'll sit down. I'll like sit and I'm like, hey.
Give me a persuasion roll at negative 3. Jesus, come on. So this thing, you notice that its ears, like around the ear area, kind of vibrate a little bit, and the other one stops and looks over at it, and then looks over at you, and its ears are vibrating as well. It's like they're communicating.
I'll like move my ears up and down.
I move my ears up and down. Okay, so you're there. Okay, Mordred, do you come into view?
Yeah, I'm just slowly walking up behind him to see what's going on.
All right. So as you do and come into view, both of them shriek, seeing this big, burly, armored, obviously scary guy come walking into view out of the shadows. And this shriek is ear-piercing. Rocket. They both run different directions. What do you do?
Which one's faster?
I don't know. You got to try to chase him?
I'll take that one.
Yeah. Hi, Steve.
Yeah.
Toward the south? Is that what you're going for?
Yeah, I'm going to hunt him.
Okay, cool. So, yeah, you run.
I'm just going to tackle him and start eating him. Fighting him. I'm fucking this thing
Are you
up.
going to literally just fuck up this alien? Is that what you're going to do? Okay.
I mean, they're running and threatening me.
So no
I was
meta,
trying to be
since we
cool.
only have one view to show you guys. But so here's what has happened now. You tackle this thing. You are prone, right? Because you kind of tackle and you're trying to grapple and bite him and be a general doofus. And so, yeah, so this thing is coming around the corner responding to the squeal. And it sees you. There will be one round of activity between you and it without the benefit of your friends at this moment because it basically is a surprise situation.
Oh, yeah?
Let me think about this for a second. Yeah. So with its first attack, where the hell's my... Oh, there's a character sheet. Roll20 is... I've got like 3 copies of Roll20 open between the stream and this. It's not pretty. I'm sorry. Here, let me just do it over here. Take a second. There we go. That's better. So, yeah. So it... roll damage over here. Can I do that? Yeah. Okay, so it basically liquefies this thing's head. As it comes around the corner, it sees this worker misbehaving. It assesses the situation and just... And this thing's head just pops as the plasma lance fires the bolt through its head into the wall across the hall. It then steps forward with its second attack and is going to attempt to pummel you with its crazy piston thing.
Fella. Holy fuck.
Oh, no, that's just damage. So if it hits you...
Oh, thank God.
Sorry. What?
Oh, thank God.
What's your parry?
14.
I got one more GM, Benny. Do I want to spend it for this session? What do you think, chat? What do you think, Steve? Should I spend this, Benny, to squish the dog? I see you. You see me? I think Steve would say yes. Here we go. Ah, double ones.
Thanks, Steve. Yeah.
No, I like the dog. Oh,
What
GM Benny.
must have impacted your roll.
Okay, let's
It was
see.
Bjorn to be wild.
Blocks girl, tell me about this fumble. What does the camera see when this robot attempts to attack Rocket?
So I think it comes over, but it doesn't realize that it's a little closer to the wall due to the fact that some of this blood has kind of gone on whatever its like ocular senses are, and so it kind of hits the side of the wall.
Hitting the wall and bending its weapon.
Yeah.
So it will attack with a -2 if it attempts to attack with that weapon again. Of course, this obviously alerts you guys to what's going on. So tell me. Let's get initiative going, actually. I think everybody should be in there.
You know, I was thinking we could just attach like the voidcaster to the front of Stacy. We could just blast our way out.
That's smart.
It's
Just like dig a
late
hole.
for that horrible idea.
Yeah, next time we're gonna bring a voidcaster with us because this thing would fucking.
I also
Blast
wanted
this
Stacy.
fucker.
We can go back.
That's too far.
All right, so let's get this sorted. Rocket comes up first. What are you
Oh,
doing?
Benny for everybody.
Oh, no. So I'm sorry,
Yeah, there's a
Mordred.
Joker.
I just realized there's a Joker at the top. So do you want to take your action now, or do you want to wait?
I'll see what happens.
Okay, so you can jump in at any time. I would just ask that
Yeah.
you once somebody's going, don't.
Old move, Cotton.
So my first.
Chantel's here. Oh, he's going to get some rocket. He's going for that rocket. He's going to squish it. So blocks will be up first. Then, if Mordred's going to hold it. I had my initiative order scrolled down, so I apologize for that. Where is blocks?
I'm way the hell back here.
Never moved herself up when we walked into the hallway.
Well,
Are
I
you-
wasn't that far behind Gundy, so
And I'm assuming you're still a gorilla, by the way.
Yeah,
'Cause
I'm
you
a
know-
gorilla.
Yeah, so I
Oh,
picture
yeah,
like
get
you're
up
kind
in
of
here.
further back down the hallway and you hear this, and then
Yeah.
the rest of you just hear this like ka-clump, ka-clump, ka-clump as in comes blocks. What are you going to do?
let's see how many squares I'd actually be able to move here. This thing to actually go, so it'd be what? Oh my god, stop doing it.
Were you waiting way back there, or were you with the rest of the group and you just
No,
didn't
I
know?
would have been with Gundy, but Gundy's up here at the rail crossing, so I'm trying to see how far I could move. 1, 2, 3, 4. What is my movement?
Spend her pace toward the top of the sheet, and you can, if you want to run, you can make a running
6.
roll and use an action for that.
So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I don't know if I can even get close enough to see what's going on. So I would come running into the chamber. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That'd be a double move. It's gonna put me right in front of Mordred.
Okay, so you would see this creature huddled right here. Obviously afraid and kind of like watching what's going on with wide eyes. And it's give me a notice check real quick just to see as you're coming up. Yeah, so you're not exactly an alien psychologist by any means, but there's something about the expression on this thing's face. It's almost as if it's hard to tell who it's rooting for. May not be an enemy.
Okay.
It's hunkered down and terrified, essentially. So that's it. Red Rocket, you are now. It is your turn.
It was using some sort of like sonic weapon thing, so I'm gonna pick that up.
Okay.
And see what that'll do against this.
Yeah. Okay.
I'm sure
See-
if it was effective, they probably would have used it before, but I'll try it.
Yeah, they probably wouldn't have fought back over there already.
yeah, you grab it. Quick smarts check to figure out if you can determine how it's used. Is that what you're gonna try to do? Is grab it and attack immediately with it?
Yeah.
Okay.
Try to use it as some sort of weapon. I don't really have an offensive.
So you definitely figure out the business end, which is good because you don't want it aimed at yourself when you turn it
Yeah.
on. And yeah, that's a very simple mechanism. You don't know what these things' hands are like, but you gather they don't have as many fingers as we do. So yeah, your robot arm can actuate it just fine.
He doesn't have as many fingers as we do. He doesn't have any fingers.
Yeah, that's true.
got
How many,
some
your robot
toe
arms are
beans
like?
and
Are they
some-
like Doc Ock like clamps?
I like to think they're more like actual hands.
Okay. So that way you
I
can
could do things.
Two
Yeah,
sets
yeah.
of middle fingers.
Yeah,
turns.
exactly. Okay. So you grab it. You've got this sonic weapon. It is, in fact, a mining tool. I can give you stats for it later. So you're going to try to attack this bad guy?
Yeah.
Okay. So you make a shooting check.
I don't do that, so.
Make him dead. Why do that?
No.
No?
No.
No. Okay. So when you shoot at it, you realize, oh man, this is kind of close range weapon. So you fire, and it just kind of doesn't seem to have the effect. It blows some of the paint off of the armor, though. So it's clear that it will have an effect. You're like, and it's like sausages. So what else? Movement, other
I'm
actions.
going to do the smartest decision, and I'm going to move back here behind Mordred.
Okay. So you kind of, and then you zip back.
Yeah.
Okay. Got it. Mr. Gundy.
I'll look also cowering. Also high.
Yeah, it's close enough.
What are you doing? Oh, you're just going to come up where you can see?
Yeah, I'm just walking up.
Pop a beer.
I got one left.
Okay.
Pull out of my back pocket. It's butt warm.
Nice.
Not the. Yeah, I think I gotta look it up. But I'm pretty sure that the construct has the same movement as I do. But I'm too far away to do anything anyway, so it doesn't matter. That's it for me.
Okay. So you can hear the whine of this thing's repulsor engine, just kind of like as it moves over the corpse. And wait, this was the.
I'll jump in and meet it halfway if it's moving up to us.
Okay,
here.
I was just going to ask if you want to do your thing. Okay, so it's moving. You can jump in and take your turn since you have a joker on the initiative. And by the way, everybody should have gotten a extra Benny when a joker's played like that. So.
Oh, cool.
I'll defend
Anytime
from
anyone
action.
comes. You're going to what?
Defend.
Okay. So it is 100% going to attack you. By golly. With both of its attacks. Watch this. It's going to like not be able to do anything at all to you. And I'm going to cry. I'm going to spend tonight just crying and looking for jobs. Oh, come on. Hang on. Roll20's doing the white character sheet thing. The unpopulated, useless. Come on. I'm going to give it like 2 seconds and then I'm going to... Here, let me just reload it. Sorry, guys.
Good.
Yeah.
Technical difficulties.
I know, it happens. Happens every once in a while. Go back to that map. Okay. There it goes. It's loading now. Sorry. Okay, so it's going to fire at you, Mr. Mordred.
With its bent gun.
No, that's its
It's melee
it's
weapon.
melee weapon.
Bent
It's
arm.
bent -2. So it will actually hit you. Will it hurt you? Probably not. Ooh. Toughness is 25, isn't it? Is that right?
23.
Huh?
23.
Oh, good. Excellent. So with a raise, you get the bonus damage. So what is that's 32 damage. So you'll be shaken. And I think that actually gives you a wound. So with that first hit, Mordred, basically you kind of are there defending, and rather than engaging in melee, it raises its plasma lance and just blasts you right in the chest, carving a hole in your armor. There's this huge kind of black, kind of smoke, tongue of smoke coming up. You're going to make a soak roll. And that is one success. So you can soak the wound. Right?
Yeah.
That sucks. But yeah, so it blasts you down, and then it follows up with its other weapon, which it is attacking at -2. So let's see. Ooh, it will still hit despite that with a raise. So it will get its bonus damage there as well. So 15, oh, it says 19, so you're still, that doesn't beat your toughness. So you're down on the ground. You feel the heat of, you're just kind of like, ah, and then it just drills you down, literally pushing you down into the stone. But you're not dead. Darn it. Not this time. Okay. Mordred, you were defending, so you haven't taken much of an action. You just got the hell pummeled out of you. So,
Well, yeah, it made my parry 14, and if you missed, I could counterattack. But I guess does a tie hit the favor the attacker?
I'm gonna say no.
Did you count the -2 on that roll there, or does the raise just make it not matter?
Well, so the negative. What do you mean? Fighting your parries? What?
It would have been 14.
Oh, okay, yeah. So I'm assuming you just take it in the chest. You weren't wounded. You weren't shaken.
Yeah.
You're fine. So at the end of the day, it comes out in the wash. He hits you, but doesn't do much damage. Do you may have action left though? Yeah.
No, the point was to make it miss and then get a counterattack. Which
Okay, so
it
you're not
didn't
going to
miss.
try to roll or move or anything. You're going to stay prone. Okay. Just to note, you are prone, so you're going to have to use part of your action next time to get up.
Yeah, it's 2 movement to get up.
Yep. Spectral Avenger. You see Mordred just get pummeled. What do you do?
I'm going to charge into Frey
Okay.
and try to like cut right in front of it and to the side as if I'm going to try to get around behind it.
Okay.
Again, trying to get its attention.
Okay.
And I don't know that it's going to have any effect on this since it's a non-living creature, but I'm going to activate my damage field anyway. At least it'll make it cold and maybe confuse it a bit.
You're kaboom, huh? Okay. How long does it take you to charge that up?
No, to the damage field.
Oh, not the explosion.
Not the explosion.
Okay,
I'm in close proximity to other
I got
people.
you.
That would be
I got
bad.
you. Got you. Let me do this. He's going to make a vigor check. It will not cause the kind of damage you're looking for, but he's going to make a vigor check to see if it causes any sort of internal malfunctions that might give him further penalties.
Yeah, most of it's
That
a
sound fair?
spiritual attack, so I don't
Yeah, it's
imagine
more
it does
the-
much against robots.
Yeah, it's more the ice and stuff that you produce as the side effect that I'm thinking of
Okay.
for this. So let's give him his vigor
Again,
check.
I'm trying to be a nuisance, really.
And you are.
Distracted.
So his little windshield wipers come on and the frost gets turned off. You're there and yeah.
He
So
turns on his heater.
yeah, so you're there and you kind of emanate this field and the frost covers the ground at its feet and up its legs. But yeah, it doesn't really do much to it, sadly. That guy's probably going to run, though, when he sees that. I was just thinking about that poor alien back there, like, ah, shit. Now we come to new initiative. Did I miss anyone? I don't think I did.
No, I guess not.
All right, let's go again. And just time check, probably the last round, I think.
Yeah.
Okie dokie. Mr. Spectral Avenger, you're up next. And I would say, in the position you're in, you do notice this alien that's over there. That is a living thing. I just want to point that out.
To the one to the left?
Yeah.
Yeah, but he's not a threat, so I'm not too worried about him.
Okay.
Unless he starts coming closer, then since I don't know if he's a threat or not, I don't want to kill him with my powers, so I would drop it. But I just try to be aware of where he is situationally, maybe move down here so I could see more if he's coming around the corner, if
Okay.
that makes sense.
Yep. That works. Okay. So let's then go to...
But generally just yelling at the robot, trying to wave my arms at it, see if I get its attention again.
Not really.
Probably not. Okay.
Yeah, it's very focused right now. I mean, it just hit Mordred, and you're kind of, its sights are on him as like a worthy combatant at this moment, and it is actually going to be its initiative, and it is going to make both of its attacks again on Mordred. I think it's too close at this point to use its lance, though. So it's going to just do its fighting thing. -2. You said 15's your parry?
Yeah.
Yeah. So I'm thinking you kind of move to the side. It just kind of bashes a hole in the ground and swings yet again with its bent. But the -2 saves you there too. So, and I have no bennies. So you're just like, ha, 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 doing this back and forth as it smashes the stone on either side of your head. It's going to stay engaged. Next up, Mr. Rocket.
I'm gonna make my way over here and befriend this little alien fella.
You're going to go running over there. Okay.
Yeah, I'm just gonna stay out of the fucking way.
So these are your hits after its attacks of while you're defending?
You're muted.
Yep.
That was the counterattack, yeah.
Yep, okay. Neither one of those would hit.
Yeah, I used a Benny. Got one left.
How are you rolling that low? Does that even happen? Wow. Thanks.
It's just a yeah.
random.
He's counterattacking instead of actually attacking.
So you run over, and as you do, persuasion roll -2, please, because it now sees you as a threat at this point after all the crazy stuff you brought.
I'm gonna spend a penny because I got more than I need now. This is the end of the session. A 3 again.
Yeah. So it backs away from you. It's not going to allow you to get close to it, and you don't know where it's backing away to. How far do you follow it with all this battle going on behind you and all that good stuff? Because he backs up to kind of over here.
Not very far. I'll keep him there. I'll keep him at bay out of this like tunnel zone.
Okay, so yeah, so he runs, and you can tell he's curious, but he's very afraid of you guys at this point. The way this is played out is probably not his normal work day here in the mine. If you think,
I assume not. And we're gonna rally them together and tear down this corporation.
Yeah. So now we come to Mordred. So you're there. You're going to spend 2 of your move to get up?
Yeah.
Scramble to your feet kind of in some kind of fancy way? Let's see what you can do there, buddy boy.
Do a wild attack.
You spin around like... what the hell am I going to remembering? Is Tasmanian Devil? So that's going to be a no. You want to Benny it? Since you have one left. Ooh. No. Wait. Maybe? I think I made you spend your Benny for no reason. That's not true. So 11 would have hit it. I'm sorry. I was looking at the wrong number. So you think you didn't hit it, but you realize you did. Let's go ahead and have some damage, please. Oh, yikes. That sucks. Yeah, so you're because it's so tell me. Why don't you do the thing you do sometimes and tell me how this plays out?
Just rolled up as to get on my feet and got underneath it and just stabbed it straight in the thrusters, power core, whatever's under there.
Like right up in its robot taint, like up.
Not just the motherboard.
Yeah. So, and as you
it's
do,
IO port.
Yeah, as you do, there's this sudden as it explodes, showering you all except for Spectral Avenger with robot bits, and creating a situation where you're all shaken. And this is where we'll end the stream for tonight here in the mine.